Good morning, guys. It's Miss Keel here. How are you? So, in the last couple of lessons, we've been working with the second part of the CRQ. And we've talked about point of view, we talked about bias, audience, and now we're going to move to the last skill, which is purpose. So, I just showed you this video where this woman is explaining what is TikTok. I'm going to be honest with you. Prior to watching this video, I had heard of TikTok before, but I really didn't know what it was all about. Okay, so this video is probably more educational to me than it is to you, but I want to talk about what is the purpose of TikTok, right? And when I did my investigating, I found that the purpose of TikTok is to make videos, right? Either dance videos, pranks, acting out memes, lip syncing. I've seen that a lot. The dance I've seen a lot, to copy someone else's dance, I believe. So that's the purpose of TikTok. That is what TikTok is used for. So just like we just looked at the purpose of TikTok, today we're going to take a look at what is the purpose of an historical document. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you a bunch of different historical documents, some modern documents, some documents from a long time ago, and we're going to take a look at what is this document's purpose. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, what does that mean? Purpose, right? We use that word a lot in our daily lives, but purpose refers to the reason a record, document, or source was produced. Why was this produced? So when thinking about purpose, okay, ask yourself these questions, right? When we look at these historical documents, why does this work or document exist? Why is this document here? Why was it created, right? Who is the author? Who is the audience? So we're bringing in another skill that we've already done, because if you know the audience of an historical document, that'll help you understand why it was created, the purpose of it. Why did the author create this document? What is the intent of this work or document? Okay, and you can take a look at this YouTube video on purpose on your own time. Or we'll do it together in class. So, sorry guys, I went a little too fast. Let's practice. So you have these documents in front of you. I sent them to you. So our first historical document that I'm going to model with you is the Declaration of Independence, a document that you have hopefully all seen before, right? So we're going to take a look at now, when we talked about historical context, right? You know, can anyone think about why this document was created? Give me a second. Now, we know the historical context of this document is that the American colonists were really fed up with King George III, and, you know, without being represented, no taxation without representation, right? England was taking, advantage of the colonies. So that's why the Second Continental Congress wrote this document, the Declaration of Independence. So if we look at it, we read it, right? You can read it on your own, on your own time, or we're going to be doing it together in class anyway. So this is what I want you to start to do. This is what I'm going to be doing next year, and a lot of your teachers are going to be doing very similar things, is giving you this historical document and then making you be, filling out all of these things with it. So historical context, which we just went over. Who is the author, right? What is the purpose of this document? Now that's really important. Point of view, audience, bias. So you're going to be active with these documents, okay? Just like we've been doing the last, few lessons. I want, even though today's focus is purpose, okay? I want you to be thinking about all of these things as you're looking at the document, right? So who's the author? The Second Continental Congress, right? Purpose. What is the purpose of this document? The purpose of this document is telling England that we're declaring independence, right? We're going to break away, okay? Declaration of Independence is not a form of government. Just want to make sure we understand that, okay? That comes later. The purpose is to tell King George why we're upset with England and that we're breaking away, right? What is the point of view, okay? Point of view is that, American colonists are, fed up with, all of the abuses of England, okay? All those things that if you go back to the document, you see listed. Who is the audience? King George III, right, in England. And is there any bias in this document, right? Is this document a little bit biased? It could be a little bit biased because it's from the perspective of the American colonists, right? So, based on this document, what was the purpose in writing the Declaration of Independence? Remember, when we are answering these questions, we are echoing, right? So, the purpose in writing the Declaration of Independence was to declare that we are breaking away from England. To tell King George III we are breaking away from England, right? So remember, we can take several different answers for this, right? So don't, if you word it a little bit differently than me, that's fine, okay? Now, I know that today the focus really is only on here, purpose, right? We're really just focusing on purpose here. But especially in the beginning of the year, you're going to be asked to do all of these skills with documents, just so you get the hang of it, okay? Here's a couple different examples that you're going to continue to do with your teacher, probably me, okay? Now, for homework, I'm going to give you a really simple task, and it's very simple, similar to what I've given you in the past. You're going to be creating your own CRQ, but this time with purpose. So if you remember, we did this with historical context and a couple of the other skills. You'll be creating the second document of your own CRQ. First, pick a stimulus, right? A picture, map, article, newspaper cover to use, okay? It could be something personal, like a picture. It could be, something personal to your own life, or it could be historical. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. Insert your stimulus into this box, right? So I shared this with you. This is where you're going to do it. Insert the stimulus, and then just explain the purpose of your stimulus, of your document, just so you get the hang of, understanding what purpose is. And then you can resubmit that back to us. All right, guys, see you next time.